What's good, everyone? It's Gyasi here, and I'm really excited about today's video. This is lit. We're gonna be taking a look at the Oppo Find N5. And believe it or not, this is my first time ever unboxing or really even experiencing an Oppo phone. So for it to be the Find N5, the world's thinnest foldable device, Oppo is not sponsoring this video, but I do want to thank them for sending over the Find N5 foldable device before the release date so we can take it out into the city. I could do some real world tests and usage and really see what it's like for my first impression with the Oppo Find N5 living here in beautiful New York City. For starters, this box is so premium. I love how muted the colors are. I love that they have Find N5 just in the center. Minimal logo has Oppo and Hasselblad just in the bottom center of the box. And then as you can see on the side here, Oppo AI phone Find N5. Very simplistic, nothing too crazy, which I'm a fan of. All right, so pretty standard here. We have the protective paper sheet that just gives you basically a how to not break your foldable device. Wow, this thing is so thin. Even in the protective paper sheet, I can clearly see and feel how light and thin this phone is. Okay, we got some arrows here. All right. The Oppo Find N5. This phone is so thin. Just as an example, this is my remote for my Govee Layer lamp. And this is a pretty thin remote, right? It's like almost 2x thicker. It's literally almost 2x thicker than the Oppo N5. That's insane. That's actually insane. This phone is 8.93 millimeters thin, which is nearly 3 millimeters thinner than the Z Fold 6. And it only weighs 229 grams. And as you can see, it's a really big display and already has a bunch of fingerprints, but that's cool. We'll fix that a little bit later. So with this year's Oppo foldable device release, they really wanted to prioritize this phone being light, portable, and really thin. So basically comparable to your flagship smartphones like a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, for example. I'm like trying to figure out, like, what do I do? Should I close it before I sit it to the side? You know, this phone just gives me elegant sports car vibes, Porsche vibes. I don't know why, but it just does. It's like the simplicity and the craftsmanship feels so meticulous. I'm gonna sit it here. Very simple. We have a box that I'm assuming is the case. So that's clutch. But if you're spending this much bread, I guess it's expected to at least have a case. And honestly, would be terrified to bring this phone outside without a case. And it's not even because it feels fragile or anything like that. But with it being such a beautiful phone with such a massive display, I just will want to protect it right away. Okay, our charging cord, our quick start guide, and then we have the SIM card ejector tool. Then we have an 80-watt power brick. Now, I cannot use this in this country. That is beautiful. A lot of times when I hold Android phones, they just aren't the most comfortable to hold in hand, but this device just feels so good, especially with this case. This is like, it's like having a tablet in hand. Also, this device comes with a Snapdragon Elite 8 chip. All the gestures on this device feel so smooth and responsive. So it has up to 45% faster single core performance and up to 40% improved performance for the GPU. And the Hasselblad camera looks so good. I think the Hasselblad camera looks good on most Android phones, but it looks really good on this phone. We've got the ultra wide camera here, telephoto camera, and the main camera. That animation is so sick. We gotta run it back one more time. Find N5 display is stunning. It's an 8.12-inch screen, anti-reflection, up to 120 Hz with a peak brightness of 2100 nits. The combination of size, brightness, and 120 Hz makes every interaction on this device feel silky smooth, allowing for smooth swiping across the display with minimal visual distortion. The outer screen is 6.62 inches with a 20.7:9 aspect ratio and a peak brightness of 2450 nits. I did notice that I prefer the outer screen when needing to complete quick and simple tasks like responding to messages or adding to my to-do list. The frame is crafted from a customized 7000 series aluminum, which is 30% stronger than previous generation. This device achieves its ultra-thin profile and lightweight through carbon fiber and aluminum ceramic composite materials, which maintain structural integrity while minimizing thickness. I did a speed run at the gym with the Find N5 in pocket and specifically to test whether it was too heavy to run with. The device did take up most of my pocket space, but it remained comfortable during exercise, so you shouldn't have any issues carrying it in activewear pockets. The N5 features the iconic Cosmos ring design, which I think looks so good, and it's so thin, seamlessly flushing against the device. There's also an alert slider where you can easily switch between silent, vibrate, and ring modes. The ceramic glass technology makes this stunning display 70% more resistant to damage, with the inner screen engineered to withstand impacts from drops and falling objects, but I still recommend to handle with care. The Find N5 is the world's first foldable smartphone to achieve IPX6, IPX8, and IPX9, so it can withstand submersion as well as extreme conditions like high pressure and high temperature water jets. So enough about specs. There are a ton of features like O+ Connect for Mac that comes with the new ColorOS 15, making the N5 a productivity powerhouse. With O+ Connect, Mac users can easily transfer photos, videos, and files effortlessly between the Find N5 and your MacBook. There's remote control access where the Find N5 literally turns into a mini MacBook display, along with giving you a multi-peripheral functionality with a Mac-style keyboard, trackpad, and Mac gestures to multitask. For a multi-view experience, all you need to do is tap the triple dot, and that'll allow you to open 2 or even 3 displays at once. If you pinch the display with 4 fingers, the full screen mode will turn on, giving you a view of all 3 displays at once, which is insane for a mobile device. There's also AI Document that has an AI assistant giving you access to summaries, translations, and a bunch of other features. Now let's talk cameras. The Find N5 comes with the Hasselblad Master Camera System, a 50 megapixel telephoto camera, 50 megapixel main camera, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide with an aperture of f2.2. Off initial impression, the camera does a solid job with white balance. I think the colors look vivid, and with the 50 megapixel main and telephoto camera, you can really see how vivid the colors are from the New York City sunset reflecting off the skyline. One thing I did notice is that my selfie pictures seemed a bit overprocessed and HDR-like, and as an iPhone user, I just prefer a more natural image, even if the photograph is a bit grainy. In terms of video, you can shoot up to 4K at 60 frames per second with Dolby Vision. Right away, I'm noticing that the dynamic range is really solid, highlights aren't blown out, shadows keep plenty of detail, and the colors look vibrant, but still natural, even in a lower light setting. Find N5 comes equipped with powerful AI capabilities through Google Gemini integration, allowing for advanced conversational AI features, smart assistants, and photo manipulation AI tools like Magic Eraser. So that is a first impression and a bit of a camera test with the Find N5. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want a full review of this device. As always, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.